Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday and it is our wider curriculum. As you can see here, we've got a bit of something special going on. This week, it's our virtual sports week. So the last couple of years at Totley, obviously you have your sports day, but we've started making it a sports week. Last year, hopefully you remember doing our dance-a-thon out on the Mugger with all of school. We did like an hour's dancing, didn't we? So we did sports things all week. Mr. Flevel's been rattling his brain and he's come up with a brilliant idea. He's got a task for everybody in school to do, along with some sports days activities. So, this video is actually just explaining what I want you to do this week. There won't be another wider curriculum video this week because there's no need for it to be. So I'm just going to show you everything that you need to do for your sports week. Feel free to do your work in sports gear, in sports kit, sports top, football shirt, whatever, while you're doing it. And we'd love to have photos of you doing your virtual sports week, whether that's doing the task that I'm about to explain, or whether it's going to be doing some of the sports day challenges. But make sure we look nice and sporty. So, this is a project across school that you'll be doing through the week. So the standard of your final piece has got to be really high, because I think we're going to show a variety across school. So obviously a year 5 piece of work has got to look a higher standard than a child lower down. That's just what we've got to be, hasn't it? We've got to be proud of our work in year 5 and show the standard we work at. So today, well, the task this week you can find on, I think I've put it, let's go on to year 5. Mr. Flevel has put a little post on today. It's also the PowerPoint on here, so Sports Week challenges, okay? But Mr. Flevel has put together a little PowerPoint explaining what the task is. I'll click on mine because I think I made it a PDF. There we go. So, all we're asking you to do this week is research a sporting person, an athlete, a sporting person that you think shows our attitude to learning. So whether it's the story of how they got to where they were, or where they are, whether it's a certain aspect of their sporting life or an achievement in their sporting life, but there's got to be somebody who you think shows these attitudes to learning. And obviously there's a little overview for each one if you don't quite know, but here's some ideas. You've got people like Michael Jordan. We've got some of his quotes in our classroom, haven't we? I love this last sentence: I failed over and over again, and that's why I succeed. He learns from his failures. You don't learn from what you do well. We've got Serena Williams, probably the best women's tennis player of all time. Sir Alex Ferguson, who you wouldn't see as an athlete, but is high in his sport, and that's an interesting one. He's the manager and a coach, so they're still involved with sport. So all we want you to do is think about somebody who you think is inspirational to one or all of these attitudes to learning. It could be a gymnast, could be a footballer, could be I like the idea that it could be a coach. It could it be a team? You know, I know we've got some Sheffield United supporters. You know, their achievements over the past few seasons, and this season especially, what does that show you? So it could be, maybe it's a team that are showing these things. So you really go for it. Obviously, be interested in it. Make sure it's somebody or a group of people that you're interested to research. And then through the week, I've broken it up. So Wednesdays we'll say to start drafting and planning how you're going to display it. Friday is then make it. It's up to you when you do this. But what I want you to do is not just a case of writing down some information. Today we need to research and gather as much information as possible. Remember, you need more information than you're probably going to use. And you need evidence that proves that they show the attitudes to learning. Okay? Now, you're year 5. When we talk about high presentation, yes, you can do a PowerPoint. It's got to be a high standard. Your information needs to be nice and clear. It needs to be interesting to look at. I've got the idea. Some of us will have some incredible posters, no doubt, but you've got to have a high standard. We are year 5. We've got FS2s, we've got year 2s, year 3s. We're all doing this. You've got to be able to look at our work and go, that's a year 5. Okay? So have a look at today's research, but it can be done at any point. And then Wednesdays, start planning how you're going to do it. Start drafting out where your facts would go and how to make it interesting. And then Fridays is get it done, make it. But like I say, this can be a project through the week. You can do it tomorrow if you want to. It's up to you. Okay? But it's a really, really good thing to do when we're doing it as a whole school. The other thing for Sports Week, is this. You may notice that Mr. Flevel has infiltrated our section of the website. He's put it on everybody's. For Virtual Sports Day, we've got... normally we'd be going to Aberdale, wouldn't we? It's a lovely day, and it would have been a glorious sunny day for it this week as well. But him and Mrs. Crooks have set up an idea where the teachers, including me, have filmed ourselves doing 7 challenges. And they're all challenges you can do at home. So they're all explained in the videos. So each one of these is a teacher explaining a video, explaining a challenge, things you can use at home. And essentially, it's you get 5 points for taking part, and you get 5 points if you beat the amount that the teacher has done in the video. Now, I don't think I'm all of them. I think it's a mixture of everybody at Totley. But I filmed these last week. So, all you need to do is keep score. And then I think if you send it to me, I can then send it to Mr. Flevel. So you can just write down your scores. So challenge 1, how many points did you get? Challenge 2, how many points did you get? There is a scorecard here, which you can probably fill in an email to me, or you can just write down what you got. It's quite simple. Oh, it's loading now. Oh dear. So, it's really fun, and it is just for a bit of fun. But it's a way that we can still do Sports Day together. Yeah, so here it is. It's quite simple. You just need to write down how many points you got. So if you did it, you get 5 points. If you beat the grade limit, you get another 5. You can just send me challenge 1, how many points did you get? Challenge 2, how many points did you get? Okay? So if you send that to me, I can forward that to Mr. Flevel. You've got all week to do this. It's glorious sunny day. All week, I think. So enjoy. Maybe you could do a little sports day with your family. You know, a bit of rest for their work as well. I know a lot of people are working from home at the moment. So maybe you could do like a little sports day as a family, and do these videos. Who knows? I'd love to see some videos and photos of you doing this sports week. So have a lot of fun doing it. Try and get the family involved as well if you can. And good luck. And don't forget, send me your scores, and I can send them to Mr. Flevel. And have a lovely week doing your sports week.